We're here.
Hi, everybody. Oh, we really are here. Look at that. You did not lie to me.
Nope.
Welcome
I would never.
to Threeflings, the show on Twitch that has three tieflings and me being a bit of a mess. I'm Jess, and I'm Angry Nerd Girl down in the chat. Today we are playing Water Shallow Roots Deep by Anna Maria de Jong from Uncaged Volume 3, the one with the Rusalka on it. And let's meet our Threefs, starting by welcoming back Draz. Draz, tell us about your Thief.
I want to say that's the Yukiona, not the Rusalka.
I did say that. I did say that, and you're correct. And I'm just full of lies. I think I said it was a Rusalka last week, too.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, I am Draz, also known as Allison. I'm down in the chat as Drazia. I am playing Vittori, the crossbow-wielding ranger.
And now the person who clicked over to stream before I was ready. Gwen, tell us about your Thief.
I warned you. I had a countdown going and everything. My name's GwenDB, and I'm playing Idara, our resident fighty-bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble. She also has a warg puppy named Crouton, whom I need to remember, and is cousins with Vittori. So that's how they know each other.
And Jesspack, tell us about your Thief.
Hi, I'm Jesspack, and I am playing Euphoria, the tiefling bard in the College of Glamour.
All right. So tonight's episode has content warning for undead, kind of. So if you don't want to deal with death in any way, we love you and look forward to seeing you next time. But without further ado, who would like to give us previously? Gwen's gonna say something.
I'm gonna do two quick more reminders. Because Drag usual Twitch crew is streaming with us presently right now, we can't have her do that. We need her to focus.
Yeah.
So chat, you're encouraged to make clips if something funny happens. And channel rewards update for Twitch. We have a new channel reward. You can grant somebody a nat 20 or a nat 1 on their next roll if you spend
Did you change? Did you change it from advantage to disadvantage?
Yeah, it's crit now.
Yay!
So heads up, those exist. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, last week's summary.
Because we're a stream of one-shots. If it's your first day or your 41st day, welcome. We have very little continuity here.
We're also weirdly frazzled
Until
today,
it
but
does.
it'll be okay.
We're also weirdly what?
Frazzled.
Yeah, it's a day. It's November in 2020. So, for 1 point of inspiration, who wants to tell me what happened last week? We played On These Cursed Wings by Megan Irving.
The adventure that has my odd in it.
Harpies.
Harpies.
There was... I feel like I always take these. If somebody else wants to, feel free to jump in. But otherwise, I'll just go.
Maybe you can, I can talk about it, but I wasn't playing.
All right. I'm doing it. So we showed up to a forest, and then there was some screaming, and we were like, well, that's never good. And then there was some harpies who took a dude away, and there was a woman left behind, and she was like, help me get the dude back. He's my wizard teacher. And the harpies will eat him.
His name is... I'm not Sloan. His...
He was the other one.
His name is, but he was a bad guy on the list.
He was a bad guy on Ophelia's to kill list. So we were like, well, gotta go follow up on that. But she also insisted that the harpies were gonna eat him. And we were like, that tracks with none of the harpies we've met so far. So you gotta work through your prejudices, but we'll go see about him and make sure that his fate is sealed. And then we left and went to go track down the harpies and did so. Had a very, very, very rough fight with some dark mantles and a giant spider in a cave that took way longer than it should have because the dark mantles were destroying us despite being CR 1/2. Made it through, made it to the harpies, and the harpies were like, man, we really want to eat this guy. We have a curse and we want him to fix our curse because we want to eat him, and that's our curse. And then some of the harpies were like, that's just the way harpies are. Let us live. We should eat him. And we talked to them for a bit and we're like, maybe don't eat people. Also, my guy, you need to die for unrelated reasons. And he was like, this is bullshit. I just came here to steal some harpy eggs. And then we were like, what? Steal harpy eggs? And then the harpies were like, oh, and then attacked him. And so then he died. And we're like, great, problem solved. Also, harpies, please stop eating people. And they were like, I don't know about that. So then we called over one of our other harpy friends from an earlier adventure, and we're like, please tell these people to stop eating people. And our harpy friend was like, I don't know, eating people's like kind of great, but maybe, I mean, you know, maybe only if they're like mean to you first. And we went, okay, I guess that's a compromise we can get behind. And then we left. And that was the adventure.
We
the best of my
went
recollection.
back to the apprentice, and who revealed that, yeah, she was also in on the plan. And
Oh,
she
yeah.
was just...
She very much was.
I feel like in the
talked
interest
there for a while and then fucked off.
in the interest of making those summaries go quickly, I forget a vast majority of the adventure and fixate on weird details.
That's
So,
okay. That's
sorry.
part of the fun.
Yeah, if you want to actually know what happened, watch our previous episode, obviously.
So, yeah, that's worth point of inspiration that anybody can use whenever you need it. So, Vittori, what have you been up to lately?
Alright. Write this up for the Patreon, but basically Victoria had to fuck off and do a quick job because of her bounty hunting when she was meant to go to the beer festival with the others, and you know, since then she's gone on a training montage with one of my other player characters, unrelated. And yeah, in that process of training with the other character, Ignia, she has gone up to level 5, and which means that she's, you know, she can do more. Well, her character sheet for level 5 is also on the Patreon as of like 2 hours ago. But yeah, she now, her crossbow is now magical. She can do more attacks, and yeah, she's also gone under a bit of a revamp in how she looks, which is mostly that she has a cool new coat.
Yes, good.
Me.
All right.
And now she's come back into like help with the Threeflings again, because really, that's what she really enjoys. Like she likes like bounty hunting can have some really interesting jobs, but she knows by now that like when she's around Adara and her friends, things get weird. So she's like, oh, yep. Time to find those weirdos.
Vittori and Shai keep accusing Adara of like bringing weirdness into their lives, and Adara's just like, I don't understand. This is how the world is. Everywhere I go, it's like this. What do you mean?
Have you considered the problem is you?
Sounds fake, but okay.
So I'm going to say, Vittori, you've heard of the Festival of Blessings in a town called Rootstock. And last you heard of Adara, you knew that she was kind of like in the middle of nowhere in the woods. Kind of by Rootstock, actually. Maybe not going there, but you've heard the Festival of Blessings is a twice yearly 2-day event where everyone does like a spiritual cleansing and gains power. Adara and Euphoria, after your meeting with the Harpies, so you're still walking through the woods, leaving your new friend who you met last week to go back to stone sculpting.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot to mention that.
I
in the
completely forgot to
summary.
mention that we had a guest last week.
You're walking through the woods, and a small tiger-striped kitten with tentacles, a big ribbon around its neck, and with something tied to it, kind of runs up to you. It looks really scrawny and underfed.
Oh.
Euphoria immediately picks it up.
Yeah, Adara just like holds Crouton by like the shoulders and is just like, don't. Whatever you're thinking, don't. Sit.
Euphoria, you can see that there's a note tied to this kitten's bow tie.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it and then like feed the kitten some food.
Okay.
Like little pieces of dried jerky.
The kitten immediately starts purring and nuzzling into you, while looking a little warily at Crouton.
Why does it have tentacles? Why?
You see it kind of like moving around like that as it eats.
Why?
The note says,
Player, as a person, like, I know what this is, but as a player character, I don't know if Victoria's ever seen one of these.
yeah.
Like,
The
I'm
note
not
says
sure they've even appeared in any of the previous adventures, and that is wild to me.
they haven't. Are you strong? Courageous? Do you seek treasure, knowledge, a challenge? The Spellburn Tower is in need of heroes. Fortune and fame await you, if you survive.
This feels like targeted
Okay.
advertising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Spam box.
I mean, but like, what a way to deliver a message that, like, you know, send a kitten that with like tentacles. But also, I'm worried because this kitten looks underfed and stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah.
is this
Maybe
person
they
a
shouldn't
good
be
person?
worrying about hiring adventurers and maybe buying their cat some food.
Is
So
this
Yeah.
our cat now?
food for thought.
Yeah, can we like
Yeah.
adopt this?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You have
I
a
think-
traveling
yeah.
companion until you find the Spellburn Tower.
All right.
Hey.
Idara
And then
will walk.
they never went there.
Idara will just walk like 5 to 10 feet away from the rest of the group, holding on to Crouton. Like, we're behaving, give treat. Still behaving, give treat. Like, that's gonna be the whole walk there.
Euphoria, after eating, this kitten just kind of climbs up on your shoulder and is going to perch there and sometimes put 2 paws on your head.
That's fine.
Cute.
I'm okay with this.
We should name Trisket.
I'm white.
Crouton and Trisket.
Aw.
And this little kitten will turn off the Wi-Fi. Don't know how that works in universe, but it will happen.
We'll find a way. So do we...
So
Oh, sorry.
oh, go ahead.
Do we know what direction this tower is in?
You have no idea, actually. You
Like-
see no tower.
Invitation, but it doesn't say where the tower is.
Nope.
I guess we can
This is
start...
poor advertisement.
Yeah, I guess we can start heading in the direction the cat came from. Right? That seems fine.
That sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
Why is it the cat isn't like leading us anywhere when I think about it?
The cat wants to snuggle.
Aw.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
There is a sigil on a symbol on there. You could maybe try and place.
We're shy when you need
Sure.
her.
Yeah, give me a history check.
All right. Let's see how I do.
I have a flat 0 for that, so I'm not going to roll.
It's okay. I got a 21.
You recognize that as the sigil of the town of Athelney. I'll put it in the...
Athel.
Yep.
All right.
And with that 21, you know that Athelney is a couple days walk away.
Hmm.
Yeah, so this cat's been walking for a bit. If it came directly from the tower, which is kind of weird, but
Well, we got nothing else on our itinerary.
We have the festival.
Wait, when is that?
isn't that today?
Never mind. We have something
that
on our
tomorrow?
itinerary.
Can I also try to figure, like, just the player has no idea what the cat is? Can
Yeah,
I
give me a
figure
nature
out?
check.
Go to 10.
It's some kind of fae or fiend cat.
Amazing. I'm never letting it go. Dr. Doolittle. Rest.
Just so I have a sense of
Yes,
scale,
votes.
is it like the size of a normal house cat, or the size of a normal house dog, or the size of like a
It's
horse?
a kitten of this creature, so I would say it's about as big as Trisket is. It is the size of a small house cat.
Okay.
Is it a large cat the size of a small cat?
Perfect. Yes.
So, off in the distance, from the direction that Cat had approached you, you see smoke drifting over the woods.
Like an alarming amount, or just like
Like a chimney smoke, or
fire?
is it like
Festival
a
smoke.
forest fire?
It's hard to tell.
Can we make a roll to
Yes, you
see
may.
what it is?
You can give me a nature check or a survival check, probably. Probably a survival. That should be the one.
And I have a much higher modifier in that, so that's a 16.
Okay, yeah, you, it's a bit of a distance from here, but you would imagine that it's not a bonfire, more like, I mean, not a forest fire, more like a bonfire.
Okay.
Or a house fire. Who knows?
So,
I gotta decide whether to queue up ominous playlist or not.
yeah, like, is that the festival, or is that just some random people in the woods?
Give me a perception check.
Everyone
Maybe
or
check it out.
Anybody.
19.
Okay.
ooh, bad. 9. I don't see
It's
shit. I'm just
okay,
looking at
I got
Crouton.
5.
Ooh.
So, Vittori, you see an overgrown path leading towards that smoke in the woods. It's hard to make out, but there is a dirt road leading towards the smoke.
I'm guessing that's what the festival is then.
All right. Let's go.
As you walk, it gets thicker and harder to walk. It's a good thing that you are carrying the little displacer kitten. And even Crouton is kind of starting to trip on his puppy feet.
Oh no.
But after about 30 minutes, you reach a small town. In fact, the town of Rootstock.
And that's
You
where
hear
the smoke is coming from?
Yep.
Is it the whole
You
town?
hear laughter, chatter, and music drifting through the forest. Through the trees, you can see the town lively with people, all having a wonderful time. The road comes to an inelegant conclusion in the center of this small town. Buildings line the center, drawing focus to a small church, which stands directly like a haphazard sentinel over the entrance of Rootstock. In front of it burns a large bonfire, which most of the people seem to be paying attention to in some regard. The flames are filled with all sorts of objects, from furniture to books to clothes. Few older children are seated at the edge of the bonfire, roasting meat on sticks and chatting while others add to the fire. You see a woman lugging a broken chair from her home towards it while her young son trails behind. A couple people look at you when you enter the town. But as you were walking on the road, you know, they're kind of used to visitors coming for the festival, and it's not like you ambush them or anything with weapons drawn. So they look kind of curious, but pleasant.
Yeah, give us time. We'll ambush them later.
Is anybody weirded out by the kitten at all?
They're a little more weirded out by Crouton. Wargs are generally a scary creature. Not many people know what that cat is.
Crouton smells meat on a stick, I'm sure, and it's just like, end of his lead, like, ah!
Like,
Treats.
goblins ride wargs into battle, so wargs have bad associations.
It's fine, we're tieflings, he's like us. So...
Anyone like kind of stands out to us as like a leader, or like, I don't know, someone that we can talk to? Or is there like any activities? Like, has the festival activities started yet?
So as you're looking around, about a middle-aged half-orc woman comes over to you and goes, "Visitors! welcome to Rootstock. Welcome to the first day of Festival of Blessings. Please, what brings you to the festival? Anything you have to cleanse from your soul, you can throw into the flames. And then, of course, tomorrow's where the real fun is.
Do we know what tomorrow is, or do we need to ask about that?
You probably don't know.
Then Adara will say, what's tomorrow?
Oh, well. The secret's half the fun, and I wouldn't ruin the surprise.
Stuffed into a bear.
Flashbacks to 2 episodes ago when they were like, we ritually murder the teenager in order to make the harvest happen. Okay. So wait, if you have shit on your soul, you're supposed to throw it in the fire?
Oh, well, it's more of a spring cleaning, really. Like, anything that's weighing you down or mucking up your house, you throw in the fire. Tomorrow's for the soul.
That explains the chair. Okay. I was going to ask what that chair did to that lady, but that's fine.
Her ex-husband's chair.
Okay. Cool. Is there drinks?
I know just the man you want to see. Horace. He runs the Silver Cup on the northwest side of town. There's also a pretty lovely bakery right over there, too. And a bookstore, if that's your thing.
Miles away, Shy's ears just perk up.
Shy always misses the adventure where her interests might actually come up.
Yeah, and then she gets thrown into the adventures where, like, she has to deal with a bunch of weird stuff, like having to cry.
And let's go camping!
Yeah.
Great. All right, team. I think we should ask for directions to that tower at some point. But first, let's enjoy a festival.
Yeah.
If you think you can try on Safe's feast, you might want to try, talk to Horace about that.
Oh, yeah?
If you brought your appetite.
I mean, I sure did.
Okay, let's go.
Be sure to wake up early.
How
Tomorrow's a big day.
like sunrise?
Sunrise should do it. Yes, well, we get started just before daybreak.
Oh. It's that kind of festival.
Trust me, it's worth it. You won't want to miss it.
I mean, it's been a while since we've been to a festival, so this will be a lot of fun, for sure.
As we're leaving her, Adara just says, I'm absolutely going to miss it. That I'm not waking up that early.
I just hope that means that Adara misses half the adventure.
Yeah, Gwen is just gonna peace out for like 2 hours.
It's so hot in this room, sorry. So, looking around the town, there's a couple bards, there's a few smaller bonfires, there's a basic goods store, there's a fireworks store, and you can see the Silver Cup. It's next between a bakery and a bookstore as advertised, and you see above the door there is a tin cup hanging, and there's a bunch of little kids jumping underneath it trying to smack the cup.
It's a tin cup. It was supposed to be a silver cup.
People might steal a silver cup.
How?
Yeah, but maybe they should have named it the tin cup.
That doesn't sound fancy enough. How expensive are fireworks? Inquiring
is a guy-
adventurers want to know.
The rest of the campaign, Adara just fires fireworks as a weapon.
I'm going to have fireworks in my backpack by the end of this adventure.
Let's see. So, passing a cottage, you see, a halfling leaning out of her bedroom window, casting off magical fireworks. And she's the one who goes, see, you've got a taste for the kabooms!
Yeah.
Are you
How
looking
much for just like a variety pack?
Her eyes widen really big. Says, well. Huh. How big of a variety are we talking about? Because I don't think you're here for just the sparklers, are you?
No, but I do have to be able to carry it on my person. So.
Oh, well, I make them nice and easy to carry. All you need's a scroll. Or maybe a match.
Shit. Matches work?
Okay. Some matches, and let's see what I can do for you here. Give me just a second.
Not
And,
use scrolls.
She puts together a small box. And how does 15 gold sound?
Does it sound like she's ripping me off?
Give me an insight check.
Not bad. Where's insight? 18.
She's absolutely ripping you off.
All right, I'm gonna haggle that shit, or at least I'm gonna try. Okay. Idara goes like, really? Look, I know my face is new, but that doesn't mean I am new to this planet. Come on.
Did I say 15 gold? I meant 15 silver. That was what I meant.
There we go.
That was what I meant.
That makes more sense. You had me worried for a minute there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool.
And she hands you a box of magical fireworks.
Hell yeah.
And I'll say...
Like, how possible it would be to, like, attach fireworks across both bolts to make them go kaboom.
Here, I'll say basically it's the equivalent of you can cast the pyrotechnics spell 3 times.
Cool.
But only the fireworks part of it.
Are there any interesting books in the storefront? Since we're in the area.
It's a small bookstore. You see there's a lot of people just going in and taking stacks and running them immediately to the fire. So it's a little bit cleaned out, but there are some books here.
Why are they burning books? Shy would have a heart attack.
You see off in the distance Idara just like haggling with the fireworks seller.
So you go in and see an older man sitting there. And says, so have you come for the burnination of the festival today, then?
Why is everybody burning your books?
Well, people don't want to rid themselves of their own possessions, so sometimes, you know, paper makes a lovely flame.
I would hate this place. Maybe it is good that she's not here.
Yep.
Well, I'm willing to part with some coin if you have anything that has age on it, I suppose. Or may have some knowledge to it. I have somebody who would probably be interested in them.
Oh, we very much have some old books here. Yes, of course. Anything in particular? We have the biographies of Andromachus the 17th, constellations of the 14th galaxy, how to tell your horoscope and the nymphs who will love you for it. Any of those suit your fancy?
Please buy the last
Do you have
one.
any book on like ciphers?
Ciphers,
Maybe.
no. I do have a romance novel, quite salacious, about using a cipher to win the heart of your true
Read
love.
that one.
It's new.
Were you gonna buy that one and send it to Shy?
Please.
And then she's gonna so that's gonna be the gag book, and then she's gonna buy like the constellation book. Send it along.
So that'll be 5 silvers, please.
Sure.
No.
I'll give them 10.
Well, are you sure you don't want some pamphlets to throw in the fire?
Sure. What pamphlets do you have?
Oh, just maps and, well, things of, I suppose, some comic books.
Jesus.
I'll take the maps and I guess the comic books. I'm gonna like look through them first before I throw them out. Because I can just send them to Shy too.
They were for free comic book day 5 years ago. They're mostly advertisements.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll take the advertisements and I'll put them on the fire.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much for stopping in. Enjoy your festival. See you first thing tomorrow morning, my dear.
Oh yeah. Like as she's walking out, she's like, "This is a wild town. It's absolutely lawless."
Oh.
I think Victoria just walks up to the fireworks. People halfway through Tara's haggling, and then just also buys some fireworks.
Okay.
Hey. Cousin
Yeah,
synergy.
Was that 15
Yay.
silver?
Yeah.
A box of fireworks.
Woo! Well, 15 silver.
Yeah.
All right, I got my explosives. Let's get some drinks.
Just like the idea of you sending Shy a whole big envelope full of trash.
Thinking of
Including a
you.
book she herself wrote.
So are you going to the Silver Cup or just gonna hang out and party all night?
Going to the Silver Cup so that we can get refreshments to party all night.
All right. As soon as you walk up, those little kids who are smacking at the cup hanging scatter. And arriving, it's small, it's clean. And you see an adult elven man standing behind the bar. There's a couple people in here having a good time, but most people seem to be out, by the bonfire. Yes, come in. Are you here to sell? Are you here to imbibe? Or are you here for the feast?
What's this feast?
Sife's Feast. The Feast of Champions.
And what does that entail?
Well, it's 10 gold, but if you can finish it off in an hour, it's free.
What's
Some
it?
of those deals.
Oh, about 4 steaks, a few lamb shanks, a couple of ground cow meat that I put onto little patties and put a salad on top.
Are there any meal
side of
wheels?
ice cream and some mashed potatoes, turkey, some cranberries, and a side of applesauce.
I'm getting hungry.
You
Can
know, I'm not
crouton
American,
enter?
but I will say Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We just made our grocery list for Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm in.
Crouton would win
So-
that handily.
Just let him go.
All
So
right.
of course, if you'd rather have the guest menu, we do just have all of those items individually. If you think you can't handle a challenge.
Telling Adara that she
Go
can't
down
handle
on
the
the
challenge
table.
is just fighting words.
Yeah, Adara was going to not, because she isn't particularly an eating contest sort of person, but... She's gonna drink and stew on that for longer than she should.
It's just
Ale.
like,
Are you gonna do it?
that does sound like a delicious spread, but Eating all of that in 1 hour?
Right? We're adventurers.
Is
We
that
do burn a
worth
lot of
it?
calories.
Is that worth it?
We need to Michael Phelps it. Just like 8 Big Macs every day.
Oh my god.
How about some ale to start, and then we'll see how we feel.
Of course. Ale's all around then. And he goes and shortly comes back with your beverages.
So Euphoria, you entering that contest?
Oh yeah.
Vittori?
Thinking about it.
Is the contest happening tonight or tomorrow with a bunch of other people?
Oh, you can do it whenever you want.
Oh, I was under the impression that it was like a game that they play at the festival. Is like
No.
contest.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
It's like those restaurants that have like, if you can finish it in an hour, it's free.
Oh.
Yeah.
Used to be an ice cream sundae place in my college town that had that.
Oh no.
If you
Dangerous to
couldn't,
put...
yeah, they stuck your picture on the wall, like either if you could or if you were like on the wall of losers.
Oh no. That's dangerous to put near college students.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. Are you gonna have somebody put up a portrait on the wall when you're done? We do that in my town. It's a lot of fun.
As well. It's an interesting proposition. I suppose we could begin portrait painting as part of it. You're one of those speed caricaturists in here.
God.
It's okay. If you don't have anybody on call, I can do it.
So,
Victory portrait.
are any of you going to help Euphoria?
Can we help?
Is that considered
It's
cheating,
for a
or is
group.
that
You
part
decide
of
like
the...
as a group to do it.
Oh.
Oh, like I wasn't
I
sure
thought
if that
it
was an
like
option or
one
not.
person.
It's 10 gold like for the table.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, let's Victoria
Yeah, I'll
will
help.
Okay, everybody give me a constitution
Oh,
check.
hang on.
I figured it would be that. That was why I was a
Oh,
bit
yeah,
worried, because Victoria does not have the best constitution. That is 14.
Okay.
Aggregate 20.
got a 5.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Pack making promises Euphoria can't keep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just like when you were like, "Yep, I'm doing it," I was like, "I'm pretty sure this will be a Constitution check." Euphoria, no, you don't.
You gotta make decisions true to the character, not true to the stats.
Hell yeah.
So Vittori and Adara, you are chowing down. You have had family dinner as cousins before. You know
Hell yeah.
whoever like is slow does not get a full stomach.
Oh god.
Euphoria, you grew up with halflings where there was always enough food.
Yes.
And there were so many cousins, but somehow everyone was well fed. And you have a couple bites and are just good. And you cannot clean your plate.
Oh no.
And y'all do not finish within an hour.
Oh no!
No.
But it's only 10 gold and you're like bajillionaires. It's
Yeah, that's
fine.
true.
Oh no, I hope we're not bajillionaires. That would imply we're the rich and we should be eaten.
We're carrying around so much money. We are absolutely the rich.
Oh no. Where's the
Horace
problem?
comes-
It's just
This
hazard
is-
pay. It's so much hazard pay.
Well, I hope it was at least delicious.
Very.
Good, good. Do you need rooms for the night?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we would, because it is like a 2-day festival, so...
Ah, yes. It's a good thing you had a good meal tonight. Tomorrow's a bit of an all-day thing. Do you want to be woken up before daybreak?
What is
I
tomorrow?
would like to.
Tomorrow's the with the blessings itself. Today is the cleansing, tomorrow is the blessings.
What specifically are the blessings?
Bertrand takes us all, and we go down, and then we're blessed, and it's good fun.
Down?
Is he being intentionally cagey about this, or... I mean, obviously he's being, like, intentional. Is it because it's... Do I feel like he's trying to hide something from us because it's bad news, or because it's more fun that way?
Give me an insight check.
Aggregate 20.
Yeah.
Sort of he doesn't care, and, sort of it's more fun that way.
All right. You can just, like,
You
opt
said-
out, right?
Well, of course, but you did come to town for the festival. I assumed that, was why you came to, go down and see the tree and drink the water and then be
You've
blessed.
Down a few times. What does that mean exactly?
Go to hell.
Oh, well, Bertrand takes us all, underground to, see the fountain. Drink from the fountain. You'll see tomorrow.
So it's in a cave then?
Well, I suppose you could call it a cave. It's more underneath the church, really.
Oh, like a catacomb.
It was going to be it was going to be underneath the church. Hey, remember the last time there was something underneath the church?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You mean 2 weeks ago?
The last
Yeah.
time we went into a church, there was a dragon. So,
Yes, it's...
well, not necessarily in the church, but I mean, she was living under the church. Minor details, but
So is this... perilous journey?
Oh, no. The smallest children go.
well, that's comforting.
No, we all go as a town and receive our blessings for the next 6 months, and you as visitors could be blessed as well.
Fine. I'll wake up for it.
I'm still just amused at the idea that Adara just misses and just sleeps in and misses the rest of these.
Fuck your ritual. I hit snooze.
I'll have my man wake you up
Great.
first thing in the morning before we head out ourselves. I will drop keys over with your bill, and so that will be 10 gold plus 3. Do you want 1 room or 3? 2?
Meh.
How much is a room?
5 silver.
Let's pinch those pennies. We've been camping for a while. I don't know about you, Vittori, but we've been camping for a while.
Yeah.
We can get our own
definitely.
rooms.
Yeah. Rooms as a treat, and hopefully, I guess, like, last time this happened, like, Victoria wasn't here, but I'm just thinking about the time that they had rooms at an inn, and then, like, the fucking wall got destroyed because of, like, corruption.
So that will be 11 gold, 5 silver, and I will bring your keys with the bill. Enjoy the rest of your meal, ladies.
Thanks.
Drinks are free for guests.
Now we're
Maybe.
talking. All right. Hell yeah. Let's enjoy this festival and get trashed so we sleep early.
You worry me sometimes.
The last time that you had a lot to drink, you woke up with a hangover.
For like an hour.
Hangover still a hangover.
For like an
can't
hour.
wait for Adara to do the rest of the adventure with like exhaustion and like disadvantage on everything.
I've got great constitution. It was a fluke.
How much
You wanna
are you going
bet?
to drink it, Dara?
A
You wanna
moderate,
bet?
a moderate to large amount. I think Adara knows her limits and isn't going to be like, puking in the alley, but she is
Okay.
going to be like properly sloshed by the time it's time for sleep. Because this is the first time in a while that we've been to like a town with a tavern and a party.
And the last time you had those things, actually no, you didn't have a tavern. You had a tent and
Yeah.
a portal to hell opened.
Yeah, the last time we tried to go to a festival, they were like, we're having a beer competition. And then the people at the beer competition were like, actually, we need you guys to go seal the portal so that demons don't come out. And we're like, fine. So she's overdue for a
party.
A party. She's going to, as the kids say, get turned.
Setting off any fireworks while you're drunk?
Oh no.
I think she's saving those.
Okay.
Like, there's a bonfire, you know?
Wait until we reach the end of the campaign and never use the fireworks, and we just set them all off.
Aw, that'd be cute.
Chekhov's fireworks.
Penhead at the chat saying, "Atari, the next recap, I don't know, I was drunk half the time and hung over the rest."
It's plausible deniability for when the player can't remember what happened.
I love it. Okay, so, yeah, you have a good festival. There's bar singing, and,
Does Euphoria perform?
yeah, Euphoria, are you going to party?
Sure. I'll put on some I'll put on some dwarven drinking songs.
Perfect.
Are you gonna do your glamour thing to get fans?
I don't know what it'll do because it only lasts an hour, so...
Okay. Make the festival all about you.
I'll hold off on that. Like, save it for tomorrow, maybe.
Give me a performance check.
Sure. That's 17.
Okay. I'll say you get 46 silver.
Nice.
Nice.
That covers for all the... Well, most
Free
of
rooms.
the infies.
Yeah.
Yay!
And you start jamming with some of the other bards. You learn some new songs.
Cool.
And you have a good time.
Yay.
You love
Nobody
to
will
see
tell
it.
you what's going on tomorrow, but everybody says it's, like, really great.
The more people assure us
So
that it's great,
suspicious. This is like
yeah,
a,
the more suspicious Adar
a
gets,
cult thing.
right?
Totally not a cult thing.
Can I
know-
insight the DM?
Right. You know who else says that? Cultists.
So, the next morning, you are awakened, as promised, by a knock on each of your doors.
Does Adara need to make a con save?
Yes, please do.
All right. I brought this on myself. I am willing to bear the responsibility.
Yeah, I do love that you could just have not have said that.
No.
No, I was going to make you do it anyway.
I made this
Okay.
decision. 22.
You
Oh,
are
damn.
fine.
Now we're talking. It would have been really embarrassing if I failed that again.
Yeah, you're fine. There's a boy at the door who's about 12. Are you coming to the festival?
Yep.
Well, okay, just let's go. I'll see you in the center of the town, in front of the church. And then he sprints.
Hang on, come back.
That was fast.
Is he
He
gone?
does not stop.
Totally
He
gone?
just keeps running. His job is to
Okay,
wake you
well,
up
I guess I'm gonna
and
change
goes.
stuff.
Come back, I got coin for you.
Leave it in your room.
The man's probably gonna take it.
He probably will. But the boy works for him, so, maybe.
Yeah, no, Euphoria's not gonna leave that to chance. She's probably gonna try to find the kid later and, drop a coin in his pocket.
Adara, how you doing?
I'm awake.
Vittori, how you doing?
I certainly didn't drink as much as Adara. Victoria's a much more reasonable drinker. But, the hour, still an early hour. So,
It's not yet daybreak.
Could be better, could be better.
It's the same amount of light as when we went to bed. Fucking hate winter.
So, heading outside, the air holds a quiet buzz of anticipation, and amiable conversations are being held, hushed in the early morning darkness. You hear people talking about things they hope the fountain will bring them luck for, what new things will be in the general store this week, preserved peaches and small copper toys, if the rumors were anything to go by, and what sort of bird it is that everyone hears calling in the trees. Then, all at once, as the doors of the church open and Bertrand, the priest, steps out, everyone quiets. Bertrand says nothing, just turns and heads back inside, the doors left open. The unorganized masses file inside, funneled through the main doors and down the aisle. Bertrand waits by the unassuming door in the back corner, made of old wood with a heavy lock. The crowd is restless, but polite, as they wait for him to unclip the heavy ring of keys from the belt around his robes and slide it into the lock. The room beyond the door is small, with a few boxes stacked against the walls, and a small shelf of books, and a few robes hang on hooks. However, they're all secondary to what's in the middle of the room. Centered is a wide staircase of rough-hewn stone dug down into the earth. It descends, though it's impossible to tell how far, as darkness swallows the steps after about 24. No one seems to pay any mind, and any lingering whispered conversations die down as the whole town descends.
I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do?
Inara's just in the back. I'm hoping she could have gotten like
Flask
one of
of
her
water?
flasks. No, like coffee.
Oh, okay.
Tavern. So she's just like sipping it. Every time she's just like sip. Ow. It's too hot.
So is it pitch black down there?
It's not entirely at the beginning, but as you start going down the stairs, about 3/4 of the way down, darkness just seems to fill the area, like it's enveloping you. And it's so dark that none of you can even see.
Wow. Even dark vision can't help that.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still with the group?
Yep.
Okay. How's
The
everyone
path
else reacting?
They seem fine. They're quiet, but they're still walking. Not quite single file. Some people are holding hands. But it's dark as pit, and the footings under here. You feel hands pulling and catching at your clothing as people stumble, trying to keep themselves upright. But they pull away when they're steady. Everybody's trying to kind of keep their space, but also not like fall on their faces. Even with dark vision, it's impossibly and unnaturally dark.
Does anyone have like a light cantrip that they can try out? I say anyone as if Adara has magic.
Wow.
Do you have any light cantrips?
Adara's just surlily drinking her coffee. This is, for the record, how she is normally in the morning.
Yeah, I've got like prestidigitation, so like I can like make brief like flashes of light to see where we're going if it works at all.
As soon as you make that light, someone in a robe comes over and says, if you could please, it's part of the experience.
Oh, apologies, it's our first time here.
Welcome. And then they kind of step away.
Awfully culty tone of voice they have.
Darkness.
Did that sound off to you? Does that sound weird?
I've been
How's
too
the
focused.
kitten reacting to all of this?
Oh,
the
yeah.
Cat still with me? I hope
What was
it's
that?
still with me. Oh, I said, is the cat still with me? How's the cat reacting?
The cat is the cat is not comfortable. Because the cat can see, the cat has dark vision, but like not true sight. So
Right, yeah.
cat is not used to not being able to see. And
Man,
you feel the cat kind of being here on you, and then here on you, and then here on you, and just kind of like teleporting all over your body.
Oh no.
Maybe.
For the record, Crouton is back in the room. Idara figured that, one, he was still sleeping, and two, based on the town's reaction to him yesterday, they probably wouldn't want him on their religion hike. So.
The further you walk, the colder it gets. And you hear the sound of your footsteps echoing. And what's everybody's passive perception?
Not great.
15.
Okay.
16.
13.
Okay. So, after you've been walking for what feels like a while, it feels like longer than it actually is because it's dark. But even this feels like you've been walking a while. Adara and Vittori, you hear leaves crunching underneath your feet.
I guess they did mention a tree.
Is there any way to know what that would mean?
It's probably that there's something with leaves around.
Yeah, that's fair. Are we gonna be fed to a tree?
We can take a tree.
Sure.
We've done it before, we'll do it again.
A little bit after you talk about fighting a tree, the tunnel opens up, and the mass of people surrounding you starts to thin out. Hands grab at your arms, and everyone starts sorting themselves out into a line in the pitch black. The room's almost uncomfortably chilled, and occasionally a small draft sweeps by, ruffling clothes and hair. Other people in robes, like the one who told Euphoria to extinguish her cantrip, direct you to form a single file line, please.
Alright, who's going first?
I'll go first. Idara has a long moment where she considers positioning herself between Vittori and Euphoria so strangers stop touching her. And then it's like, fine.
That's also fair, but you are also the tankiest.
Yep.
So you're not like first in the town, I would say. There are other people lined up in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a loose line. You're not like smashed together, but you're not quite, 6 feet apart socially distanced line. And as you walk forward, you start to hear burbling water.
Oh yeah, I just remembered what this adventure is called.
Something about roots and something about water.
Oh, we have to hydrate water.
Yep.
Already did.
Water shallow, roots deep.
Yeah.
Adara, as you get close, you feel a sturdy hand clasp your shoulder. And the word kneel is said close to your ear.
I have a moment where I reflexively smack the hand away.
Kneel, my child.
I'll squat.
Just thinking of Hot Priest from Fleabag.
Really thinking that maybe they were like, oh yeah, we can't tell you much about this part of the festival, it's, see it for yourself. But, like, this is, like, I feel like they should have explained this better.
No, they were just like, I literally don't know what happened. Yeah, Idara, like, takes a knee, but is not doing, like, a pious kneel. She's, like, ready to get up in case something happens.
As you get on the ground, a wooden bowl with water is placed in your hands. And the same voice says, "Drink and be blessed."
How evil does this person sound? Scale of 1 to 10.
Give me... I don't want to have you do another insight check. I'm going to say, give me an intelligence check.
All right, well, I'm more intelligent than I am charismatic, so 5.
The voice sounds familiar.
Idara's
No,
going...
it doesn't, because he didn't say anything earlier. Never mind. It doesn't sound familiar.
All right.
You don't know how... So, yeah, give me an insight. What would that 5 be if you added your insight to it?
That would be a 9.
It sounds very serious.
I'm gonna fake taking a drink. Like the closed mouth sip thing. Because Idara does not particularly care for whatever blessing this may confer, and also, like, this is weird as shit. She doesn't want to get poisoned.
Okay. See. Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right. 17.
Let me see. Okay. Let me roll a thing.
Ruh-roh.
That is a 2. Okay.
Whew.
So, yeah, you are able to pull that off. And you feel something that's very cool and wet on your mouth.
All right. What do I do
While
with this?
this is happening,
Then you are given a hand and helped up.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Ooh.
Does it have verbal components?
Yeah, I was gonna...
Sure. I hate it when that happens.
I think it does.
Verbal and somatic, okay, so probably not then.
So
God
you
damn it.
could, but it might not be a good time to do it.
Yeah, okay.
So who was next in line? Was it Euphoria or
Yeah,
Vittori?
it was I was gonna say it was gonna be Vittori, but like I don't think we ever actually decided.
I don't think we did not iron it out.
Sorry,
Yeah,
party
it was
tank
just
passed
like,
the
oh
buck.
yeah, Dara's going first because she's the tank, and that was it.
Tank was just like, I opt out.
So who is next to Neil? And to be blessed.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vittori.
Okay.
I was full of, like, while Adara was doing this, I was just like searching my entire character sheet to see if I had like...
When do I become immune to poison?
So Adara, you are led away by another large hand, like the one that was on your shoulder. And then the same thing happens to you, Vittori, as you approach. Hand on your shoulder. Neil.
Damn, that ominous soundtrack kicking in at the perfect time.
And what do you do?
Yeah, I was also gonna fake drinking.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check, please.
I think I passed because that was a really good roll. Sleight of hand, that is 21.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. Yeah. Okay.
Fortunately, this group is Dexy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you again feel cool liquid on your face. But Jesus, what is happening, Acrobat? Nothing else happens. And someone takes the bowl away from you, and you are instructed to go walk by Adara.
I do not like this.
Yeah.
Neil.
Yep. Euphoria kneels. And what I'm gonna do is, Euphoria's gonna intentionally stick her thumb in the bowl of water
Ooh.
as she goes to take a she's gonna fake taking a drink, but I'm gonna cast Identify, and then as she's coughing, she's gonna do the vocal component. And you can figure out what's going on with the water.
Let me read the words of Identify.
Okay.
Just
you
what
drinking
kind of check
any of
is
it?
that?
No, Euphoria's gonna fake it, but she's putting her thumb in because she has to touch.
You have to touch it.
I have to touch it to cast Identify, and she's just gonna cough and then say the word into her elbow and figure it out.
Okay.
Ching.
Got it. Okay. Yes, I can do that. Sorry, I was just like, this is a complicated thing with the water, so I need to learn exactly what I'm telling you right here.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand check and a deception check at the same
So
time.
give me your sleight of hand check, please.
That's a 26.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, you are able to pass off that you are drinking.
Cool.
And give me a deception check.
Yeah. Watch as the criminal works. We're in darkness.
Be
I got
gay,
an
do
18.
crimes.
You got an
Be gay,
18?
do-
That's good, because I rolled a 17.
Ooh.
Ooh, I just eked it out.
Is that before or after the modifier?
That was before, but these people are not super aware, and it's hard for them to see. So you are okay. The people do not see you and do not know what's going on.
Cool. What do I learn?
You learn that this is water, but it is definitely magically affected water. This and you learn the spell that created it and the spell that affects it.
Yes.
So this was created by, sure, I'll say a wish spell, because
We are outclassed. Run.
and the magic affecting it is necrotic.
I'm so glad we all passed on now faking drinking.
Technically, not all necrotic spells are bad.
True. That's true. But that's interesting for a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, Euphoria, you're given a hand up. And the file of people make their way around. And you get the vibe that are starting to head back up. That this was the festival, was to come and have water, and then they go back up into the church.
Thing that they were like, oh my god, I can't wait for this tomorrow.
Can we try to hang back? Like Adara will just sort of grab, briefly kind of tap twice on each of their shoulders and then try and melt back to see what the fuck.
Yeah.
And hopefully the people who are attending this also can't see in the dark.
Yeah, because I do want to point out that I brought up the darkness thing to begin with because as a Gloomstalker, Vittori is just invisible in darkness, which everyone Like, it felt like everyone was kind of invisible in the darkness because it was that fucking dark. But, like, if Itari extra blends in if she, she needs to.
Meanwhile, a cultist comes over and is just like, ma'am, turn off your lights. And Adara's like, that's my eyeballs. Fuck off.
That's my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victoria, do you have a way to see in magical darkness?
No.
Okay.
I really wish I had Devil's Sight, but...
Oh, Tyler told us to stretch. I didn't stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Draz and I had it covered a while ago.
I really
Yeah.
needed that. Thank you, Tyler. Yeah, you can definitely hang back, and it's fairly easy since most people can't see.
Great. We hang back, we wait for all the sound to stop, and then wait another several minutes. And then Adara's gonna take her drift globe out of her pack and pop it out, or like pop it on. Clap
Okay. Let's see. That casts daylight.
Sure
and-
does.
Yeah, it does.
Do we
Okay.
completely derail the adventure?
Nope.
Oh.
This feels
Did they
developer
plan this?
intended.
Nope. So now that you can see in here, you see that there is a fountain. That's what the water was coming from. And in the corner of the room, kind of flowing into the roots, like the roots of that. I will say what I'm trying to say. In the corner of the room is a really big tree, and the roots extended to the fountain. That's what I was trying to say. But I was trying to be all artsy with my words.
There's
So
the title of the adventure.
there's a bubbling fountain. You are in a kind of irregular circular cave, about 40 feet around and 45 feet high. And there is a 45 feet tall. There's a
How
very
tall is the
large tree, and its roots extend into a bubbling fountain. And the other thing that you see are dozens of spectral figures just kind of lining this room, hanging out. They don't really seem to notice you or really even be doing much of anything. They're just kind of floating, milling around. All ages and appearances. You see some halflings, some lizard folk, some humans, tieflings,
Cool.
dressed like villagers.
Nobody drank the water, right?
Yeah, I didn't.
No.
Now can I cast Detect Magic?
Yeah, you can.
The water's made from a wish spell, and it's necrotic in nature.
So you the water is magical, and let's see, it can blocked by 3 feet of wood. How thick are, let's see.
Yeah,
How
what
thick
happens
are
if
the
you cast Detect Magic on a tree? Like,
How thick is the
That's-
bark?
does the tree itself block the Detect Magic, or...?
Like, how thick our tree?
If it's a
Depends on how
6-foot
old it is.
diameter, then you should be able to detect magic in the very middle. But if it's a bigger diameter, then it has to be like a middle ring magic. It can't be a core magic.
You know what? It doesn't say how big tree is, but given the size of the room, I will just say that you sense a lot of magic coming right from the heart of that tree.
I can't tell, like, what school it is or anything.
It's a oh yeah, you can tell with detect magic, can't you? So necrotic, and let's see, what kind of magic would that be? it would be some combination of necrotic and abjuration, I'm gonna say, inside that tree.
Not quite sure what that will mean, but Tree bad?
How healthy does the tree look?
Very.
Weird. Weirdsville.
I don't guess.
I can't cast any spells, so I'm just gonna go like physically inspect the fountain.
Okay, what you
See
gonna
if-
do?
I want to look and see if it's got like a secret poison compartment, like a like an undead lever, or you know, just something other than I'm drawing water from the earth. Some more nonsense than just like I produce water.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Sure. 13.
Okay. So you don't see any levers or anything like that. It just seems like a naturally made fountain. But as you start, are you looking with your eyes or with your hands?
Probably both.
Okay. So as you start getting kind of touchy with the roots, you hear a cracking sound from the tree. And a tall woman emerges. You're not sure if she's naturally tall or not, but she certainly isn't shortened by the branch-like horns growing from the nest of moss making up her hair.
Ooh.
Tangles of branches and leaves are tucked in it, and she holds a sword about 5 or 6 feet in length that doesn't somehow dwarf her. Her skin is split and mottled, thin sections of bark clinging or growing on her bare arms. Her face is strange, inhuman as much as it is human. Her eyes are the one thing that assure you at some point she was ever human. Pale blue and looking right at you.
Dark, what did you do?
Oh.
Why did you touch the tree?
Nothing else was happening. Y'all was just muttering about the tree being bad.
The detect magic would still be going, so can I detect any magic from her?
Let's see. Does it? I'm gonna
It
remember.
says any visible creature that bears magic.
Yeah, you do.
And what school? Or if there is any? Or is it just magic in general?
Magic in general.
Okay.
Does she look like any of the dryads we've run across before?
She sure does.
All right.
Yay!
But a little bit different. Because the dryads you knew before had been, I'm gonna say, born dryads or cursed to be dryads. She looks like she's literally part of a tree.
And she's just looking at me?
Mm-hmm. Holding a sword, but not like to fight, just holding it.
All right. Hello?
You did not drink.
Yeah, I don't usually accept beverages from strangers.
You say that, but you've accepted so many drinks from, like, bartenders.
It's different when you pay them for a good. When they give it to you for free, it's sus.
What brings you to this festival, if not to drink?
Go passing by.
Yeah, nosiness. Sorry, curiosity.
Curiosity.
If you drink.
Yeah, what is all this?
Yeah, what's up with the specters just chilling in this room?
Just vibing.
Do they go body surfing? Is that what that is? Like, your townspeople drink the water, and then the specters get to go possess them? And take a ride about town?
They are once townsfolk.
What happened to them?
I did nothing wrong. I took nothing that wasn't owed.
Mm-hmm.
I
Then
protect
what was right?
the land. I protect this town. It's my influence that keeps wandering children from being taken by bears. It's my influence and this festival that keeps their hunts good and their gardens bountiful.
What's
This is
cost?
something- Cost is
Such a
only
great
what was-
deal just must have some kind of cost.
They hunted this land nearly to extinction. And I wish I could say that I wasn't complacent. First, it was just to eat, keep us through the winter. Then they started hunting for the fun of it, for sport, not necessity. And I did nothing. Stuffed heads decorated our walls. It was a game, competition. Told them to stop, and I warned them. Stayed complacent until there was nothing left. People went elsewhere, starved. Soon there wasn't a deer or a mouse in the woods by the time they were done. The birds flew elsewhere. They did so much harm. But unlike them, those who left, I promised I would return things to how they should be. And I have. And I've sworn to keep it this way. This land will no longer pay for the sins of the greedy. This is my sacred charge.
And who gave you this charge?
The one who made me what I am.
And who is that?
I protect.
It's a weird name.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He doesn't matter. He's not here. He gave me this gift. And a way to preserve the town, to keep everyone safe, to let children flourish. All that he takes in return is just a little bit of their souls.
Oh,
Do they agree to that?
That is
I
the
was
festival.
wondering where the catch was. You just had to slip it by like that, huh?
That is the festival.
Right. How long did you make your promise to keep the land the way it was? You know, humans are townsfolk are mortal beings. They have a finite lifespan. What promises their great-grandparents made doesn't mean that they necessarily know the ins and outs if they're great-grandchildren, unless they write it down. And some towns aren't great about writing it down.
I've kept this land safe for 50 years.
All right, that's long enough that the town elders should know. The people who were encouraging us to join the thing, did they look like they were over or under 50 years old?
Both.
Okay.
Actually, give me an intelligence check.
We'll try. 10. I mean, 12. Forgot to add my modifier.
Okay. You didn't see any, like, really elderly people in this town.
I'm looking around at the specters in this room. Are any of them... Do any of them look older than 50? So, when you take part of their soul, does that mean that they linger here forever?
They drink of the water, and they feel stronger and braver than ever before. They live rich lives.
For how long?
Not what my question was, but okay.
Until there's no more. And then they come here.
How long
And
does that
stay.
take?
Varies per person.
Ballpark
They live
it.
shorter lives, but better lives. Heroic lives.
How's it heroic if they never leave town?
Do great feats of strength. Some of them become brave adventurers and only participate in the festival when they come back to visit. They're allowed to leave. Some people come and visit just as you did to partake in the festival, receive its bounty. You
Right,
would know the feeling if you drank of the water.
Right, but the problem is that the townsfolk, I'm going to make the assumption that the townsfolk know what's going on, but for passersby like us, we did not know or understand what we were doing. That's not really great.
They know that the livestock came back. They know that the land is protected.
Right, but at the expense of their souls. When they could just implement better hunting practices and make laws for that. They don't necessarily need your magic to keep the ecosystem healthy is what I'm trying to convey to you.
Yeah, like, I get that they, like, overhunted and stuff, but, like, that doesn't mean that nature can't return to how it was without some kind of magical intervention that, like, takes people's souls forever. Like, maybe you need, like, some magic to help, like, kickstart that process, but I don't...
Yeah, like I did for
don't
an
need it, like, the
entire
whole
6
time.
hours.
It's just cosplay growth.
This was a hunting camp, and it became a slaughter ground. Now it's a thriving community. I did that. And their sacrifice continues it.
Right, but you didn't do it by yourself. You're doing it with whether or not they know it. And I think that people have the right to make a conscious decision to give a piece of themselves to make something better. I don't think that you should be able to make the decision for them.
Yeah, like,
or
you
never
might
make
as
you
well have just,
make
like,
the decision
helped
for
people,
them.
like, leave this area to go find somewhere else and let nature do its own thing in the absence of people, rather than, you know, part of people to help nourish this land.
Don't we all sacrifice for our community?
Right, but we make a conscious decision after we have
Yeah,
information.
we make a choice to sacrifice. And a choice where you don't know the, you know, full consequences is hardly a sacrifice.
Do you remember your life before being a dryad?
Of course.
Do you think that
I
person...
did nothing. And I let them destroy this land. I told you that.
And so now you think you think that doing the same to others is better?
I'm not doing the same.
You are
You're-
basically destroying the ecosystem that is their soul. So
You're
you're essentially doing the same thing now.
you're taking away their choices and their freedom to make their decisions on their own.
Give me a persuasion check.
All of them?
Anybody?
Yeah,
Great.
Anybody.
Okay, let's just get Euphoria to do it because
I've got a +8. Do we want
yeah, let's
inspiration on this
let
or no?
Euphoria do it.
I'm gonna declare that we've been assisting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Advantage.
With advantage. Persuasion. That's
And
a
we
26,
help.
folks.
So that's a 22, you said?
26.
Holy shit.
Yes.
This is so... You really think they can do this on their own?
I think you have to give them the option to try.
I mean, this could be like a failsafe, but people need to be able to make their own choices. When you take away their free will, that's not great. I mean, you made a conscious decision, right, to be what you are now as penance, which was your decision to make. And we're not saying that's wrong, but taking the choice away from others is wrong. For instance, I made the conscious decision to help a town by allowing
A year, I think it was.
was it?
Yeah, I think it was a year of your life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I did a year of my life to help the ecosystem of another town. So
Not even
because
your own
the
town?
townsfolk were basically put in the same situation where they weren't given a conscious decision and people were dying for it. But because I had my faculties, I was able to make that decision for myself, and I said, I don't have a problem giving up a year of my life if it's gonna save other people from dying.
What will protect the tree, if not their souls?
Tree
Isn't
in
that what you're for?
particular important.
The one who made me stored something very priceless to him inside of it. I am to guard it with my life.
I don't like where this is going. Because I think it's one thing to like want the best for a community and to like help the ecosystem thrive. But it's also like it seems like there's another layer to this, and
If you prize something, I don't understand why he would just leave it in your possession and why not take it.
yeah, like why would someone with like the power to help like make an ecosystem better like need to store something and like have that be part of it?
I'm not sure what it is, but it was very precious to him. I
Can
cannot
you tell us
allow the
more about
tree
him? I
to
know
come
you
to
like
harm.
earlier you said that like he doesn't really matter in this equation, but I think he does.
Was a very powerful sorcerer or wizard, magic user, ancient.
What was his name?
The list.
I don't know.
Check.
Didn't
Okay.
tell me his name.
And you've sworn your life to protect his shit despite not even knowing his name?
He brought back the town, and I owed it to this land.
Alright. I mean,
Necrotic and abjuration, right?
Mm-hmm.
you asked what would protect the tree. Isn't the answer you?
If you leave me in peace to protect the tree.
Like with the information that I have, is there like a way to do like an arcana
Give me an
check or
arcana
something?
check. Yeah, give me an arcana check.
17, and that's with the +0, so that was a really good roll.
So, you don't know exactly what this is, but you do know that there are some ancient wizards who live beyond their years and make an item of some sort that stores part of their life essence in it.
Like a
So you would
Oh.
guess that that's what's in this tree.
He's got a Horcrux.
Hmm.
Yay. And the word that a lot of people use is actually, like, not the proper way to use it because it's, like, from Jewish,
Yeah.
like, or, like, the Kabbalah or whatever. That's also fun.
He is problematic and sometimes racist.
Yay! And a lot of times, like, commonly used words in popular culture are actually kind of anti-Semitic, and you don't really think about them until you actually like stop for a moment and go,
Yeah, for context, for people who may be confused, phylacteries are a real thing in Judaism that existed before liches.
Yay!
And turning them into a lich's artifact to keep the lich alive is questionable at best.
Yeah.
Yay!
Soul jar, says Zan in chat. Sounds good.
Yeah,
You
that
left a
sounds
soul
yeah,
jar.
yeah.
That sure sounds better.
And also, it's just like a fun idea to think that inside this tree there's just like a jam jar.
Perfect.
Label peeling off of it.
Oh, no.
Tell them
Well-
not to drink if you really think that they can keep this land as it belongs. I will stay and wait.
Does Bertrand know? Has he had a conversation with you? He seems to be like the priest that leads folk into the cave.
Bertrand believes that the fountain is mine own creation. He knows that the fountain provides blessings and keeps the town safe. He
Alright,
knows
so
what
I
he
guess-
needs to know.
Well, he doesn't really know what he needs to know. Actually, we just discussed that. But I think we shall go let him know, and he can let the townsfolk make their own decisions. Because it's not great that, like I said, people can't make the choice, and especially you've got children in this town making a decision that they can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody, doesn't sit right with me at all.
And especially like with like a powerful, it's obviously like I know that it's a lich, but Vittoria doesn't. So, but like a powerful wizard or like some kind of spellcaster that like has some kind of skin in this game, that they would like create this dryad and like all of this magic to protect something. That doesn't seem benevolent, and that's also makes this a bit weird.
Over the table question, do we think that the lich is maybe using, like, when people give up a bit of their soul, that he's just basically taking it to prolong his own life then?
Yeah, that is definitely not out of the question.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, our writer is here.
Jess,
What was that?
does Vittori think that the lich is using the like influx of souls to prolong their life, or is that a possibility?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Rolling a flat, that is 14.
I got
Okay.
a 16.
Okay. So let's see. You would get the idea that not prolonging the life of the Lich, but strengthening the protection of the phylactery, I would say.
So it's still probably that like all the souls are going. They are affecting the soul jar in some way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out if that's the case. Then like it's all like the ecosystem even happen, or is that just like a placebo to help the dryad feel like she has a purpose here?
Well, people's behavior has definitely changed from what it used to be.
Right. But is that a placebo effect of, like, you know, it being
People having
told
their
by the
souls
priest?
sucked into a phylactery?
Well,
Yeah.
no, I mean just being told by the priest that, like, you know, willingly drinking or like partaking in the water is what keeps it safe, so people just like go about their business as normal, and they're an established town, so there isn't really as much need, I guess, for people to go out and hunt for sport anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like people are relatively well off in this town, if they're going and periodically like cleaning out the bookseller for fuck's sake, to put stuff on the bonfire.
Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's brought up the, like, we have so much surplus wood and paper that we just burn it every year angle. Idara has not picked up on the Lich thing at all, because she doesn't know magic shit, so she's just gonna be like, so we're good? You're just gonna keep on keeping on, and we're gonna go above ground and fill people in on the entire picture?
If they return to their ways, the festival must resume.
All right, you might want to kind of clearly delineate what constitutes their ways.
If they hunt for sport, if they fill their walls with heads, if they take more of the land than they can give, if they think only for themselves and not for the earth that sustains them.
– Looking to the other two, how do we feel about this?
Like I mentioned before, like
Stage where I'm like, I feel like we just need to have a talk with each other away from the triad.
Fair. You know what?
yeah,
We'll be right back.
I will wait.
Super. Let's go above ground, down the hall a bit. I'll just
Yeah.
drift globe. Let's go.
You hear, as you turn your backs, you hear the tree cracking again. And as well as you don't see her anymore, but Adara, with your super high passive perception, you do see several lights, glinty eyes appearing in your drift globe. Like there are some creatures in the tree watching you as you leave.
Okay, like reflecting off of the drift globe, not like my drift globe has been possessed. Okay.
Nope.
I got real nervous for a second there.
Nope, sorry. I was trying to be artsy and said a scary thing.
It's supposed to be medium spooky.
Just medium spooky, not super spooky.
Great. All right, team. Now that we're an appropriate distance away, this is kind of a weird situation, but no less shitty than like 3 days ago. So
there's a soul jar in that tree.
Your life.
I don't know what that is.
So sometimes when wizards are really sort of hell-bent on not dying, they put a piece of their soul in an object and then hide it. so they can stay
Now
alive
that-
forever.
So like
Yay!
undead levels of not dying.
Yeah.
Correct.
Fucking great.
And you know, sometimes you want more soul.
You want more soul to like wrap around the soul jar,
Shit.
so the
I'm
jar
not-
doesn't break.
I'm not sure where all this nature-y stuff plays in, because it's like, is it a placebo? Is it like genuine magic that's just here to conceal the rest of it? Or like, I think it is like, you can't really like get a soul jar without cracking a few people. So like,
Yeah, no.
I don't know if this. I don't think this wizard can be benevolent, but maybe they're like morally gray. So like maybe, you know, it isn't a big deal that there is a soul jar in that tree.
Well, you know, there's one way to find out.
And that's to open the tree.
Well, no, I wasn't even gonna go that far. We can find out whether or not the whole nature magic is a placebo type thing, because we can maybe go on a hunt and find out.
Would just like show up with the body of a frivolous deer and be like, gotcha. Or
Made atheists.
I was thinking smaller game because a deer's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
A little bit more effort than I'm willing to put into it.
So, all right. I mean, kind of something that I think we should at least make an effort to address before we just peace out. The town should know about the Dryad and possibly the Lich in their collective basement. The Dryad should possibly know about the Lich in her tree. And the Lich may want to be removed somehow. I don't know if that's within our skill set, but
Looks at how high the CR for liches are.
I don't know what a CR is.
Yeah, liches are like no joke. Like, if we thought that dragon a few weeks back was a big deal, like liches are also kind of up there, if not more so.
I mean,
Think
if they're
about, like,
comparable...
A incredibly powerful wizard, just like the like from a scale from 1 to 20, a wizard that is at 20, and they're
Alright.
like, I'm not like, I don't want to die and lose all this shit. I'm gonna like find ways to make myself live forever, and then go like higher than a 20.
Mhm.
It would be like as if Shy had a career change and then decided that well, I guess it's not the same because we all know Shy, but
Shy would willingly become an undead wizard, but I feel like we're getting derailed. Like, maybe...
I don't know. I feel like she would.
she would.
In her time to learn.
Exactly. When should I become a lich?
Well, the thing about wizards is that they want to live forever so they can collect knowledge on magic, and I kind of feel like Shy is like tangentially removed from that. But I mean, if Shy made a career change, like it is very possible that like it could interest her.
All right. We're definitely off topic now. What are we doing here? Are we going back to the Dryad to be like, hey, you've got a Lich in your tree, deal with that? Or are we just leaving and being like, hey, town, you got a Dryad with a Lich in her tree? Don't give her any more of your souls?
I'm kind of torn. Really?
Yeah. Could go either way, really.
Like, on one hand, we could have a Dryad that just goes on a rampage, period, because she made a deal she didn't understand.
True. If we have to like tell people about deals they don't have the full context to,
We don't even know
Probably
the
should
Lich's
tell
name.
the Dryad that. Huh.
Yeah, we don't even know the Lich's name, so even if, like, the town wanted to,
true.
like, band together and hire somebody to take care of the Lich that's, you know, storing a piece of his soul here, like, that's as far as our information goes, because she didn't get that information from him. He didn't tell her.
Yeah.
I think we tell the Dryad that she's being tricked into preserving the life of an undead. If she's with that, that's her problem.
That's true.
And then we go back upstairs and we at least fill in the town enough that they can make a decision about their shitty ass festival.
Yeah.
And then we leave.
And never come back.
Yeah,
Wash our hands of
maybe
this town.
We can also just warn other people to just not participate in the festival by
Yeah,
word of
that's true.
mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe in future, you know, tell them to not say, oh yeah, I can't wait for the blessing tomorrow. I'm not gonna tell you. You'll find out. Winky face.
Yeah. Cool.
Alright, let's go tell her then. Fine, I'll go tell her.
So going back in, Drift Globe's still on.
Yeah.
Ghosts are still kind of just milling around. And sitting by the tree, her sword on her lap, is the Dryad. And you see an eagle perched on her shoulder. She stands up when you walk in.
Yeah, so we've had a brief conversation about what you told us, and there's not really a delicate way to put it, but you're basically...
She starts to draw her sword.
We're not doing anything. I don't have my hands on my weapons. You don't need your weapon. It's fine.
Yes.
But you're not gonna... Depending on how you take this, it might not be nice to hear. As to how you spent the last 50 years of your existence as a Dryad. But you're protecting a Lich's soul jar.
I knew the cost.
So you know that you are... He can live forever, and you're using your townsfolk in order to make sure that this man who didn't even give you his name can live forever.
We owed it to the earth.
Real quick, Idara pulls out her journal and just says,
Powerful wizards to the earth.
I just want to make sure, do any of the following names ring a bell? Malian, Nyari, Murgis, Gretzel, or Andes. Do any of those ring a bell?
She thinks for a moment, says, I'm not. Possibly.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Idara writes a note in her journal. Closes it, puts it away.
Could be defying death. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. You were saying.
Oh, yeah, I think that the Lich fed you a line of hokum and just told you that his magic would restore everything to its natural balance just to con you into protecting something for him so he didn't have to do it himself. Take it from a criminal, what he's doing currently is not great.
He brought the town back, and we owed a debt.
You watched him literally bring the town back? Or is that what he told you?
Or is that what you did?
Or is that what you think he did?
I wished to bring the town back. And the
Oh,
land flourished, and this fountain was here, and this tree was here.
oh,
And
now
this
I
was
get
the
it.
price.
So he wish spell for you, and in return, he made you protect his soldier and harvested part of their souls to help maintain it and enforce it.
I knew the price, and it was worth it.
So it's less that, like, his... And does that wish spell, like, have a continual effect, or was it a one-time powerful effect?
The DM does not understand what you mean.
I think based
like,
on
was the wish spell like, oh yeah, make this place be how it was before, and then like, bam, magic happened, and that's what it is now? Or was it, oh, like for the next 100 years, this land, you know?
As long as I protect the tree and guard his treasure, it will be as it is.
So you could protect and guard the tree, and the townsfolk don't even need to necessarily drink from the water anymore.
I mean,
If
yeah,
they
but
put-
I guess
we also
It-
covered that. That was already on the table.
One could
Right.
argue the debt has been paid. 50 years, that's a long time.
Yeah. Maybe you should, like, travel. You know, see the world. Visit other forests.
My
You've earned
debt
it.
is
hang out
here.
with other dryads.
You've earned a vacation.
Stuff.
My debt is here. But others do not have to pay. I will wait.
Alright, I guess we should go find Bertrand and sort of
Yeah.
tell him what's
Hmm.
going on.
All right. So walking through, you see there's a lot of ghosts, but they kind of just ignore you, just milling around. You walk through the tunnel, and this time seeing where you're going, you get the sense that this tunnel goes for a little over a mile. Then you make your way to that staircase and head up into the church.
Hmm.
Bertrand actually meets you on the steps, saying, "You stayed down. Were you lost?"
No. But
Good.
we
We're
need
here
to
now.
we need to talk to you, and you're probably not gonna like it.
Yes. You look concerned, friends. What can be wrong on the most blessed of days?
Idara just sort of looks at you
Civil
for you.
Yeah, so about your festival. And
The Festival of Blessings. Did Dishra speak to you?
she did. And we learned a lot.
Blessed. Truly an
Mainly
auspicious day, my friends.
okay. But we learned that she sort of had a bargain with a lich. Are you aware of what liches are?
His face just goes like cold.
Like stonewalling?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's like
Oh,
a blank expression. Does this continue?
you've already just
There
told
is-
us the story, and Tara.
Yeah. There
just, like-
is a lich's soul jar in the tree that has its roots going into the fountain.
You come to our town. You insult our festival. And you insult Dietra, our savior. Saying
No.
she's in cahoots. The corrupt undead.
Can I
She told us that.
I think you should leave.
make an insight check on if he feels like he's covering something up?
Are you the lich? And you've just been living here this whole time?
Oh, jeez. What do you-
25.
Yeah, Euphoria just asks him that.
I got a dirty 20.
25 on the insight check.
He looks kind of aghast at Euphoria. To the other two of you, he is not covering anything up. He is pissed off.
I assume at us.
Yes.
Okay.
You came into his house and insulted his religion.
All right. Not really the smoothing
This
things over
town
type.
thrives as a direct result of that being's gifts for us. She's a creature of ultimate good. How dare you say such things?
And we're not here to yuck your yum, but people, it needs to be on the up and up, is all we're here to say.
You do realize that, like, we just had this conversation with her, and we'll be more than happy to walk back with you and have this conversation with you present again. But this is information that she told us. She didn't have all the information. We had to help her put it together, and she still stands by the decision she made. She still is deciding to keep watch over the tree because she made a deal with a very powerful wizard.
First you say a lich, now a wizard, now a lizard.
A black dragon!
Well,
I will do you a
wizard-
favor because you are visitors to this town. I will not tell the townsfolk what you said and start a riot. I suggest that you collect your things and leave immediately. You are no longer welcome in Rootstock.
We just want you to have the full information of the situation so you can do whatever you want to do with that. There's a lot of
have the
lies
full
and secrets here,
information.
and we just want you to know the whole truth. We make no judgment on you beyond that.
Here.
If you
Hang on.
hear what we have to say and you think, okay, we're going to continue doing things the way that we've always done, then fair. That's as long as everyone involved consents, then you can continue doing that. But we don't want you to continue living a lie just because. And I get it. We're just adventurers that you've only met. You're not under any obligation to be like, oh yes, you're very trustworthy and we respect your opinion, but we've just uncovered this information and please just let us tell you. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I know that this means that your whole existence, something is just you can't take back what you're learning from us, but just at least let it ruminate, let it simmer and think. Just hear us out, and you can do what you want with that information once we've told you everything. Because, admittedly, this is a very lengthy and complicated story, and you can think, oh yeah, I've heard enough. I don't want to hear anymore. But really, just let us tell you everything.
Give me a persuasion check.
I can also cast Zone of Truth.
Dirty 20.
Zone of Truth, so that she would be showing she can't lie, or
correct? Yeah,
okay.
Correct. None of us
And
can
I
lie.
will intentionally fail the check.
I would say you passed the check, but if you want to do it anyway, it's up to you.
Well, I mean, like, pass the persuasion check, but fail the zone of truth.
Got it. Oh, got it.
Yeah. Euphoria would also, like, all of us can choose to fail
Got it.
the check. So if we fail the check, we cannot lie while we're in this circle.
I'll make that will save. Is it will save? No, wait, will saves are Pathfinder. Shit, wisdom save?
It's a charisma saving throw. You're
Derek's favorite.
19!
Oh, nice.
Because I rolled really high.
Derek can lie.
All right.
So, and we can speak of this in my office. Does not blaspheme on sacred grounds.
It's like, this is a week of just talking about blasphemy, isn't it, Jeff?
It is.
I just cast magic so that nobody can tell a lie, basically. I've made a zone of truth.
Fine.
You can ask me anything, and I can't lie about it.
I wouldn't dream of asking a question that might cause you to disparage that blessed creature.
You can ask me questions about my person so you know that I'm telling the truth. These are my companions. They've been with me for a while. They know a lot about me. And they'll be able to verify.
What is the greatest gift that we have ever been given?
That I've ever been given?
That humanity has ever been given?
Like an opinion, that's not like a lie or a truth.
Yeah, that's not... Yeah, that's a... Also, you use the word human. I'm not a human. I'm a tiefling.
We're all humans in God's eyes.
Guys, are we sure we don't... Are we sure we don't talk to someone else about this?
On second thought, maybe we should just leave.
I know we used a spell slot on him, but like...
That's fine. I've got more. We can talk to somebody else. I mean, this only lasts for 10 minutes anyways. What, am I supposed to say fire? Because then you were able to make, you know... You can make hearth and home with it? Like, I don't know how you want me to answer that, because there's a lot of things that, you know, have been given as gifts. Life is a gift. Death can also be a gift.
Life is the greatest gift.
Right, but at the cost of sacrificing other people?
Of course not.
Talk.
Okay, then that's the point that we're trying to make, is that you are giving the gift of life at the cost of your townspeople. You don't have
We've
many
never
old
actually
folks
told
here.
him about what the blessing does. I think we need to, like, tell him about that first. Before jumping to that.
Yeah, so when you partake in your ritual, when you drink the water, you're giving up a piece of your soul. And the piece of your soul that you're giving up is going to protect not your town, but to a jar that Deirdre is protecting already. And that jar is owned by somebody else. It's not even the town's. So if you truly value life, as you have said that you do, and I believe that you do, then you would have a problem with your townsfolk unwilling or unknowingly giving up a portion of their life to prolong somebody else's. Because somebody else doesn't want to die.
In darkness, that's because if you, like, give light to that room, then you'll see that it's full of ghosts. the ghosts of people that have had their souls just gradually taken by the soul jar, and they linger there after death because of that.
You might recognize some of your neighbors down here. There were dozens.
His eyes get very wide. Says, I've never been down there, not in the darkness.
Do you want to accompany us?
No.
We have a drift globe. You can see that we're telling the truth.
It's already a zone of truth anyway, so...
Yeah.
I know this magic. And I believe that you strongly believe what you are saying. I also know that people can be bewitched. Sometimes outsiders do not understand our ceremony. But I will take what you said under consideration.
That's all that we can ask of you, but if you are truly like a shepherd for your townsfolk, I would suggest and strongly encourage you to, if you even have a hint of doubt about anything we've said today, and the fact that you don't have many elderly folk in your town, which is kind of bizarre and not normal for towns. Like, the oldest person is how that I've seen is what, in
60.
their like 60. You know, people can live well into their 80s and 90s. That's not unheard of.
Well, maybe in cities, but not in the wilderness, not in the forests. Though
we're adventurers. We've been to plenty of towns. There are
No, yes, in the forest.
yes, in the forest.
Looks at all the forest towns we've been to.
Right.
You see, he's in about his 50s himself.
Your clock's ticking, my dude.
Well, I don't mean to be macabre about this, but sooner or later, you may end up down there in that cave as a spirit. And you'll know then that we were right. And then that'll be your burden to bear for however long you'll have to sit there until somebody else like us comes along and tries to tell somebody else in your town. They can't even go rest. They can't enjoy whatever afterlife they were promised because they're sit here being sentinels. So that's something to consider.
That's not the afterlife the gods teach us of.
I didn't quite catch that.
So that's not the afterlife the gods teach us of.
Right. Because that's unnatural magic that's being done.
I will take your words and consider this.
Thank you.
That's all we can ask.
Please do not cause any more trouble on your way out of town.
Oh, Trouble is our middle name, but you won't be getting it from us. You'll just be getting it from that damn tree of yours.
And he walks up the stairs back into the church.
You know, I think maybe we should go take the cat's offer up about a tower.
Yeah, I need an easy win after this. My head
A
hurts.
palate cleanser, if you will.
Yeah. Where's our tournament arc? That's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we had a beach episode, we had a hot springs episode, where's the tournament arc?
How many more days until Lady Gwenna's cup again? Because, like, that's what I want.
Too few. It was like 3 weeks ago, man, and it's once a year.
Oh.
So heading back up, the church is empty. You see people filling the town. They are partying. Some of them are like doing handsprings. They are working out. They look pumped in the dawn. Because it is the sun is
Like
up now.
fucking the early hours of the morning, Jesus.
Yep. Stopping back at the Silver Cup, Crouton is so excited to see you again.
Puppy
Aw.
dog.
And is there anything else you would like to do before heading out?
No.
Leave.
So,
Let's get out of here.
so hitting the road, that is where we are going to leave tonight's episode.
Oh
This
boy.
has been Water Shallow, Roots Deep by Anna Maria de Jong
Yay!
from Uncaged Volume 3. So, Vittori, tell us who you are and where we can find you in the real life. Stick around, because we're going to do a raid after this, friends.
Yeah.
Vittori, who are you? Where
Okay.
can we find you?
I am Allison, also known as Draz. I can be found on Twitter at Drazillion. I do a lot of writing and a lot of art. And I've got two projects to promote today. One is always D&D for BLM. It is currently going through sensitivity reading, so it's so close to being finally done. And also, the Dreadful Realms Cabins of the Wise Minister Kickstarter. It just passed $9,000 earlier today, which is awesome, but what if we had more money? What if?
Oh, I just
Yeah,
removed
it's
that
like a-
Kickstarter command.
Yeah, is
Otherwise,
it
I
still
would've linked
there, or
it.
did you remove
I deleted it. I deleted it 'cause I'm a
No.
bad person. I'll find
Well,
it.
you know, if you're interested in the Kickstarter, then you should check out the one shot that we played earlier this week here on this
There it is.
channel to, see what the setting is like. Because I didn't mention that before. It is a D&D setting that, we are kickstarting, and hopefully, and I'm going to be writing an adventure for it because we passed the stretch goal for the adventure path.
And I already wrote an adventure for it that you could download for free.
Yay! That we just played. Well, not just played, but
On
it's on this
Tuesday.
channel.
Adara, who are you in the real life, and where can we find you?
I'm Gwendyby all over the internet. You can find me mostly on Twitter at Gwendyby. I'm an illustrator, so follow along if you like pictures. And that's about it. I have no interesting projects to report. Also, I just want to issue an apology to our viewers that we had 2 episodes in a row where we were like, oh man, like pretty gray area as far as victory is concerned. But that's Uncaged, baby!
Yay!
Sorry, team.
There's a cat.
There is a cat. We have a cat
I
now.
gave you a cat.
Yeah.
I gave you an early glimpse of a cat.
Yeah.
Woo!
Euphoria, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Jess Peck. You can find me at HealthPackStream on Twitter. I'm a writer and an editor. I am currently open for editing commissions. So feel free to hit me up if you need one of your projects reviewed. I'll be more than happy to help you with it.
And I'm Jess. You know who I am. We're going to go shoot our behind the scenes Patreon video that Gwen just linked to. And next week, we are playing Winding Paths by Blenny Emerson from Uncaged Volume 2. So be sure to come back for that. And I don't have anything to promote right now. Just follow me, and I'm always yelling about something. So we are going to go raid Utopia. So join us for that. We love you so much. And we'll be here next Friday. Spend your Black Friday with us.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.